The Ramoji Group proudly presents the Award of Excellence in YouthIcon to Srikant Bolla. May I please request Srikant Bolla to join us on dais, and I request Honorable Vice President Garu C.P. Radhakrishnan Sir to present the award for excellence for YouthIcon. Born without sight, Srikant Bolla has lit countless lives with his vision and courage from a small village in Andhra Pradesh to MIT, where he became the first international visually challenged student in management science. He broke every barrier. Returning to India, he founded Bollant Industries, creating eco-friendly packaging and livelihoods for persons with disabilities, and established the Samanvay Center for Children with Multiple Disabilities. A symbol of resilience and service, he continues to inspire youth across nations.
Hello and welcome to ETV Bharat. My name is Nisar Dharma. Today we have with us a visionary entrepreneur, a social change maker, and someone who has led the journey of entrepreneurship from the scratch. He is the founder of Bollant Industries, Mr. Srikant Bolla. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Mr. Bolla is also the proud recipient of Ramoji Awards of Excellence, and today we will have a word with him and talk to him about his journey. Srikant, if I start with, I was listening to you before, in the Telugu interview as well. You have with you a very, positive vibe and energy around you. How do you maintain this? What is the secret of this energy?
I think the challenges that I have been facing ever since I was born, the discrimination that I have been seeing around me ever since last 33 years, is what made my DNA into a positive and a vibrant energy in myself. Because all the challenges that I have seen so far, I have turned them to my opportunities. Because whenever I face a challenge or whenever I see an opportunity, I get excited, and I think like it's an opportunity for me to prove people wrong. Because every time I try to do something, people will have a blank face or people doesn't accept it, thinking that I can do it. So that is in fact a good thing for me, because no one has any expectations. Like if you go into a meeting, people expect something out of you, but if I go into a same room, people will have a blank face. I don't care, but I will deliver what I am supposed to do. That actually helps me to connect well with people and maintain the strongest relationships and bonds with people. That is how I shift the negativity into positivity. Once people meet me or see me in close corridors, they become my best well-wishers. The most negative people or the most unaccepted people will become my best friends in life. And every relationship in my life begins with a fight or a negative connotation, but that will end up into a big relationship that will be everlasting. So I think that has been my mantra, and that has been the biggest advantage, because whenever someone says, Srikant, you can't do this, I look up to them and says, I can do it.
Srikant, you were the first international blind student, to be admitted to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and it was a historic milestone then. Could you recall some of your experiences at MIT?
First thing is, I don't recall it as historic feat or an achievement, but I can tell you, it's the new beginning. It's a new era. Because people from India, that too from people from the globe who have been blind or challenged, have not dreamt of going to a place which is at the top. But I was able to do so for a very simple reason, that I didn't have a space to study in India. So if I was not, when I applied to IITs and BITS Pilani's coaching institutes, people outright rejected me. That rejection has actually become a plus point for me to aim something bold and something bigger. When they rejected me and said, you have no space, I rejected them outright and said, get lost, even I don't want you. And that's how I went on to study at MIT, because that is the place which everybody considered to be the top. So every rejection in my life had actually enabled me to climb one step ahead. If I would have not faced those rejections at early on, I don't think I would have been sitting with you, talking with you today. So I really consider failure to be the stepping stone to everyone's success. Unless you see a setback, unless you see a hardship, you cannot achieve anything. Because I feel nothing can be created by sitting in the lap of luxury. In fact, our brains are hardwired to produce our best efforts only when we face hardship. I face so much of hardship in life that it has become an addiction for me now. If my response to challenges had been always is to say bring it on, and I am sure the whole world will conspire to help me succeed.
Wonderful. So coming back from MIT and starting Bollant Industry, what motivated you to do this?
It was very simple, right? When I went to US, I simply had two questions in front of me. Do I have to go back to India or settle down in corporate America? So when I looked at those two questions, the whole life came in front of me. The struggles, the setbacks, the challenges, the legal fights, and I simply thought I was lucky enough to have right mentors, right support system, and right exposure at right age to right things. But there are millions of people who are living on the fiscal support of donors or on the welfare funds, and they don't have this support. And when I did everything for me, I not only created change for myself but for the whole community. Whether it's cracking science in the intermediate level or being selected to play cricket or chess or anything for that matter, I simply believe if you do something for someone, you will be the first beneficiary, and that became true in my career. So I wanted to give this back to the whole community, and I want to be the beacon of hope and of people who needs that empathy, because I truly don't believe sympathy, and I think it doesn't have any space in this society, and I truly believe empathy and compassion, because that is what will help you to show dignified livelihoods and status to people around you. Compassion is not about donating some money or things to people around you. It's about showing someone to live with dignity and purpose. And it was my purpose to have been born blind to ensure that millions of people are given that compassion and empathy so that all of them will become productive citizens of this country. That is what inspired me to come back to India and do something in the social entrepreneurship space.
That's really inspiring, sir. The biopic on you, in which Rajkumar Rao portrays you, what was your experience around it?
First, I couldn't believe that a movie is being made on me. Second, I rejected the offer for almost 3 years, but in the end I couldn't. But once it was made, once I started receiving heartwarming messages and lot of support, and mainly lot of people who says, till yesterday our lives were in despair, but today we find purpose, we find direction, we find positivity, we found strength. I think when I heard those kind of comments, that's when I thought to myself, wow, is this really happening? Am I able to create that inspiration around people, in people around me? That again reminded me of my own past life and say, wow, maybe this is what I am born for. This is why I am living for, to spread that empathy and empowerment around people. And that's when I remembered my role model who said, you're my hero. And that's when I remembered, oh, maybe this is why he said this, that I have to be the beacon of hope. And I have to be the apple of the eye for the whole nation. When I was born, people said, you don't belong here. That was my first challenge, and I overcame it by saying, it's only me who can belong here, because I was born without eyesight for sure, but not without vision. And it is with this vision that will allow us to thrive in life, not the sight, because sight is purely restricted to the mind, the body, but vision is purely restricted to mind, and it is invisible. None of us can see it, but we can only embrace it, visualize it, and manifest it. In front of visualization and manifestation, you and I become equal. Therefore, I always say, your sight has a limit, but my vision and my foresight doesn't. That's why I am going to be the hero for the whole world, and that That was an answer I have given 33 years ago. Today, I am seeing the reality.
That's wonderful, sir. Bollant Industries, it is built on the idea of balancing social responsibility with profitability. How
And
do you
nature.
strike this balance, sir?
It is a complicated equation. When I thought about what do I want to do, I really thought about this concept of social enterprise. And when I pitched this to investors, people laughed at me. People said, "You're an idiot. You can't do it." You're talking about something in the field of recycling. It is nothing but kachra. That's what people said. And just as you have seen in the movie, there is a dialogue, right? I mean, अरे यार अभी तक तो तू अंधा तो जरूर है, but अभी तो गंदा भी बनने जा रहा है. I think this is what people told me, and I said, yes, मैं तो अंधा जरूर हूँ, but गंदा कभी नहीं बन सकता. But in return, I have demonstrated that I can take this piles and piles of kachra and turn gold out of it. Because I thought social enterprise concept will definitely work, but 12 years ago no one believed it, but now that's the fashionable word that everybody speaks. ESG, social enterprise concepts, DEI, diversity, equity and inclusion. This is what we were talking about in the past. Nobody believed it. When I went to corporate and said, boss, practice DEI, people said, no, this is a fancy concept. But now it has become their core strength. And nobody hired people with disabilities. So I really thought I wanted to solve this problem in 3 ways. I want to create something beautiful that people want to use out of using waste and sustainable materials while impacting people who are at the margins of the society or people who are underprivileged or challenged. So to strike these 3 pillars, and the 4th pillar is profitability. To maintain all these pillars, it was a difficult thing for me to explain to investors, but in practice it was very easy to implement, and I have successfully demonstrated of how it can be implemented, and that's when everybody started believing in the idea that profits have to go hand in hand with impact. And we were able to create this impact at multi-level. Individual impact, where when people with disabilities join Bollant, they thrive and the company thrives too. The economic impact, people who are challenged is about 10% of India who are not paying taxes, but now when they draw their money and paycheck, they contribute for the economic prosperity. The third impact is the environmental impact, where millions and millions of farmers who generate agricultural waste got benefited while protecting the environment. Otherwise, this waste is getting piled up. Fourth, our customers and stakeholders who had gotten brilliant and stunning and durable product which is free from plastics, microplastics, BPA and other toxic chemicals. So we were able to provide comprehensive solution to everyone. That is why we at Bollant says everybody is counted with us. And our tagline, I know we always say Bollant where everyone counts. Every part, every equation is balanced well and taken into control.
And how receptive have been Indian consumers or businesses, to your idea or to the products that you create?
Honestly, they were in fact willing, because nobody could give them aesthetically appealing hygienic product in the same price before us. So when we began, we were able to provide compostable and or eco-friendly alternative product for their food packaging or for their food serving or food disposal. So we were able to give them competitive products. Say for example, if you take a plate, so when you look at plastic plates versus plates made of palm leaf, we were able to maintain the price points. So people were in fact jumping and excited to change from thermocol, styrofoam and plastics to eco-friendly alternatives. Especially in the global markets, we are seeing heavy demand and heavy interest for compostable alternatives and get rid of plastics.
What are your plans for the next 1 decade as far as Bollant Industries is concerned?
In the last 12 months, we have gone from India to the global. We have become a global brand now, and the brand Earth Cleanse which is under Bollant, is a global brand. it is providing one-stop solution to all consumers who like restaurants, commercial establishments, corporates, to in providing compostable alternatives for their food packaging, food serving, and food handling, as well as garbage handling. So we are a 365-degree solution to all compostable disposable products in the US, Europe, and Canadian markets now. And we are looking forward to very soon start our Middle Eastern and UK operations. So for the next 2 to 3 years, our endeavor is going to be to become a household name in all these countries, and of course after that to grow and become a global brand in the next 10 years and let the whole professionals run the company. And I wanted to get into public service, and I really am looking for a right opportunity to serve people as the people's representative soon.
Wonderful, sir. So people with disabilities, do you think that they have special abilities? Like a quick yes or no. Do you think people with disabilities have actually special abilities like yourself?
No. But it always depends on how you tune your remaining advantages into special abilities. You are nothing special, you are not privileged, and you are no one. You are just a common human being who has one disability or more. So one disability means you will be able to visualize and see beyond. So that's how you can go ahead and convert your weaknesses into your strengths.
That's wonderful. By the end, as we conclude, you are the recipient of the Ramoji Award of Excellence. What does it mean to you, and how does it impact your journey?
This is a great honor, but beyond that, I was provided an opportunity to show my deepest depth of gratitude to a hero himself, who had been an example, an icon for entrepreneurs like me. And his journey inspired all of us. And today, it is my privilege to pay my respects and humble gratitude to a man who had made unwavering sacrifice in building an example, not only an example in journalism, but an example for all Telugu entrepreneurs and global entrepreneurs as well. So I consider this honor to be a sharp reminder of my purpose and my responsibilities ahead of time.
Wonderful. Srikanth, it was great having you here. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, and I thank Ramoji Group for honoring me with this prestigious award, and I will continue to do my best and be an example for the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.